Let's see. All right. All right, cool. We are on and rocking. Let's see. How to build a vibrant community online. That's what we're going to talk about. All right. Just hold on a second. I had to make sure that this bad boy was going to fire up before I sent something out. But it's going to be really interesting tonight. It's going to be really interesting tonight. Let's see. As people come in, let me go ahead and put this out. Hold on a second. I got to hit a few people up and let them know. I'll be doing more of these chats. And for people who will come later and ask invariably, is this live? Currently at the time, it's live. By the time that you see it at some point in the future, time, date undetermined, no, it will not be live. So it's pretty interesting how that's going to go down. A lot more stuff is coming because I have come to accept a few things, and I've made some really big decisions. Really big decisions, because I'll talk about that in a minute. Give me a second as I send this out, because I think one thing that Facebook Live is going to do is make YouTube Live way more reliable, because I think YouTube went to sleep. I think they kind of rested on their laurels, because it's just, it doesn't, YouTube Live doesn't work as smooth as Facebook Live. And that is a huge problem for YouTube, which I think they're going to address. I definitely think they're going to address that, because they have no choice. I mean, they pretty much address this or perish in that space, because Facebook Live is point and shoot simple, whereas YouTube Live is not there yet. Supposedly they're working on an app, but we will see. I'll make sure that goes out. Okay. And let's see. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Make sure I can see what's going on. We got Will Spike Spike Dre Jaggin with amazing traps. I've never heard that before. A lot of deadlifting. Dude got the red art, the Google Hangouts. They're now forcing all Google Hangouts to YouTube last September. Yeah, I saw that. And it's pretty interesting, because I think they're consolidating resources and putting everything to, yeah, they're consolidating, I would say. Definitely consolidating. But they got a problem with Facebook Live. I mean, essentially, Facebook Live is pick up your phone and do 1, 2, and you're on. Whereas doing YouTube Live, I have a software that, now I've had it for a while. I spent $500 on it. Now this was maybe 2 years ago, because you need to, it's called ingestion software, where I can have multiple cameras, I can run my audio, I can have someone in another part of the world, and we can do a broadcast together. They don't have to be close to me. But all right, we're going to talk about the changes that are happening with my YouTube channel, or should I say the YouTube channel that's leased to me. First thing is, I'm reformatting the channel and I'm starting from scratch. That's what I tell myself. So you can expect 1 to 3 videos a day, 5 days a week, perhaps 7 days a week for the next 3 months, maybe 4. So what I'm doing, I can already see some of the changes, because I went into my analytics today and I saw that the number of women watching the channel has drastically gone down, and the number of guys has increased, because at one point it was 70, like 29%. I looked today, it was like, it went down eight. I mean, it went down like 8% in the last 30 days. So what I'm doing is, as you can see, I got the old hat back on. I am going back to 2009, 2010, 11, 12, 13-ish style of delivering content, of putting information out, and doing something differently. Now, also, I sent out an email to the people who are subscribers, monthly subscribers. Big changes, not so much for them, but there's going to be one group. I'll go into it later, but I'm not going to go into it right now. But I got like really pissed off because I got some information, and I was like, oh, fine. It just activated the Hulk in me. So I'm getting ready to do another group, and the name of the group is the group with no name. I don't know if any of you remember what happened with Prince back in the day, where he couldn't use his name. Well, it's not a legal thing. It's more of, there's a lot of people who have a problem when I say hustling, but Gary Vaynerchuk or some small Asian man can use the word hustling, pimpling, no problem. But for me, it's a problem. That's okay. Well, you know what? What's my saying? Don't hate the game. Don't hate the player. Learn the fucking rules so you can win. So I'm going to go by their rules, and I'm about to do some really intensive training. Very intensive training. And there's only going to be one group, because one of the things is, as we were going through emails and talking to people, folks were kind of shocked. Well, not shocked. People were like, where's stuff? Because another thing that's going to happen, Hustlers Kung Fu Life Skills is not going anywhere. That's going to be the main hub, not changing anything there except adding more content. And I'm going to make Hustlers Kung Fu Dojo like a premium. It's already a premium site, but it's going to be more premium. But everything's going to run off of Hustlers Kung Fu Life Skills. That's going to be the main hub. That's where most of the action is going to go down. Then another thing that's going to happen is I'm going to get into more training. I'm a member of a few groups. Actually, I'm getting rid of the number of groups that I was a member of. And I'm putting together a very effective group, because I've looked at what I don't like about groups, and I've looked at what I do like about groups. And typically, a lot of people come in as it's a place to vent, it's a place to kind of hang out. And I don't want that kind of group. So if you go below the stream, I've got some stuff in here. This is the first draft of the group with no name. And it's going to be some hardcore rules. And I'm going to have some mods. I'm going to get like a technology guy, because technology is crazy right now. It is just crazy, some of the things that go down. And we're going to talk about technology, but more importantly, we're going to talk about money. Walmart is closing a bunch of stores. Macy's is closing a bunch of stores. Now, consumption has increased. Now, what does that mean? Everything's going online. Consumption, online purchases, online, everything's moving there. And I'm serious about that, but I'll get into that later. But through a big shift, and this is one we're not coming back from, is there will be no going back to the good old days. It will be all about how you can create an online presence, how you can build products, sell services, physical products, intangible products, all this stuff. That's going to be coming online, and you're going to have to learn how to compete. Now, the good news is many people are afraid of being online. They're terrified of it. Don't want to do it. Don't want to put the work in. Don't want to do any of the things that are required for you to build your online presence. And many folks are going to get left behind. Also, this is going to sound really strange, but you only have a smaller window to become rich before socialism takes over. And I mean, you may have 10, 15 years, but we're at a point where we have more people than we have jobs. And that is going to get worse. So I see people having like a standard income where everybody's going to get, bam, you're a citizen in the United States, you're going to get X amount of dollars. It will not be like welfare, it will be more like a stipend or something. Where that's coming because if you don't do that, you will have anarchy. You will have people rioting in the streets. So, for those of you who want, and now understand, even when that happens, there will always be upper classes. There's always going to be an upper class. That's never going away. And one of your ways to be ensure that you, your family, your kids are in that upper class is to start a business. It's the fastest way to improve your financial circumstances. Fastest way possible. And one of the things we're going to talk about is building a vibrant online group today. That's something that I want to do is, and it's going to be different than any group that I've ever started because I have some serious ass directives. And matter of fact, since I know some people, because this may change, so I'm going to read it. But this is going to be a lot about mindset. And let's see. Oh well, that could stay in there. Everyone that's going to come in the group, you're going to introduce yourself, and you're going to talk about what you want to sell, what kind of products, what service you have. You're going to actually come in there, and there's going to be a section for people to hire people to do joint ventures. And let's say I won't read that, but we're going to talk about no fucking motivational post. If you need a video, a meme, or some other shit to get you going, this is not going to be the group for you. This will be a group of action. This will be a group of accountability. No selling of your stuff. No indecent proposals. I had a group where people were hitting on women, doing crazy shit. No bitch talk. Now let's talk about that. I see a lot of people will post on this channel talking about they're broke and they can't afford something. If you are in a state where you can't afford something, that's life. Why would you brag about that? Let's see, Michael. If we get to socialism and the USA is toast, time to clean this country up. We're gonna have, you know how like people think this is a democracy when it's really a republic, a represented republic. We're gonna have a form of socialism, but we're not gonna go totally socialism. It's just gonna be a bunch of folks are gonna be getting that government stipend, gonna be doing community service. Your teachers will be pulled into this. It's going to be your folks who don't have drive. It's going to be your people who need someone to tell them what to do. There's just going to be a group of folks who are going to get that, quote, government check. Probably they're going to have to live in assigned housing. And it's going to be really strange for some people because you're going to have generations of folks who have built, things with their own hands, built legacies, and then you're going to have this group of folks who are just existing. And also, I think you're going to get a lot of creativity. You're going to have artists that will be able to really create some stuff. So it's going to be pretty interesting. Almost like Roosevelt's program. It's going to be different because it has to happen. It's not like, it's something I want to happen. It's just currently, I'm going to give you some numbers. Every month, 330,000 people turn 18, right? Now, take that number and go check how many jobs are manufactured every month in the United States. There are not enough jobs for the people who are legally turning adults every month. There's not enough of them. So, and it's been like that for a long time, and that's why you have certain demographics where the unemployment is exceptionally high, while you have so many people who are struggling doing this so-called recovery, which is just a full recovery. But, going back to the group, there'll be no negative post. I don't really care who's doing what. And Let's see. This group would be for builders, not demolition people. There are folks who, I'll give you an example. As you know, for those of you who are just coming in, I'm reformatting the channel. And this weekend, somebody created a fake, whatever, I think fake YouTube account to leave a comment to fuck with me. Now, I started laughing when I saw that. And I was like, okay, here it is. There's this gorgeous day outside. There's all this, opportunity for you to build, but that's how you choose to use your time. And those are people who have given up, don't think they can get what they want out of life. They can't do certain things. So what they do is they go around and they dick around with other people because that's all they can do. They really can't do the things they want, so they try to tear down other stuff. And it's crazy, but we won't have any of those people in there. And one of the things I'm going to do is archive the post. Like I said, this is going to change some more because I'm customizing and tailoring it. And everybody that goes ahead and gets, how to dramatically improve your income is going to get first crack at the juicy stuff. Because you can't get in the group now, because I've had people who saw it, who've emailed, it's like, hey, I want to get in the group. You can't get in the group because I'm going to bring the group up a certain way. There will not be just like adding people and, oh, wow, we have a group. The group's going to have structure. The group's going to have a function. And there will be some directives. And there's a lot of projects I have that are going to run through this group, because one of the things that I have when I consult people, I was talking to someone who's probably going to come on. She lives in London and she wants to do YouTube. Now, whenever I sit down and talk with people doing YouTube, the biggest barrier is getting that camera and producing videos. That's the biggest barrier. And it's a big hump that many people just can't get over. And one of the things we're going to do is what I call mindset exercises, because typically fear is a construct that you must overcome, or you're going to keep doing the same stupid shit that you're doing. It really will. And we're going to talk a lot about that, because you have many people who want to go around the whole mental thing. They want to do personal development, just kind of want to get money. Now, dramatic income, how to dramatically improve your income, is going to be a lot about how to improve your income. And we're not going to talk about my stuff. I'm just going to give people tactics and stuff and have at it. But I've looked around, because as I'm going through reformatting the channel, I'm finding information that I forgot about. I found courses and stuff that are on the YouTube channel that I literally forgot about. A book that I forgot about. And I started to go back and look at people who had left comments way back when. And there are many people who are still in the same financial, mental state that they were 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago. I mean, there's something wrong with that. There's just some really, 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 it's just crazy, because I got something sad. One guy used to be a frequent commenter. He was on the Gumroad list, and he's like living in a shelter. I'm not gonna put his name out there, because he just sent that to me in confidence, and some other stuff that's happened. But you're gonna have to increase your hustle dramatically to be able to live how you want. Now, understand, you'll be able to live in this coming future and stuff, but do you as a self-actualized person want to be told where to live and here's your check every month and here are your food rations? And you want that, because like I said, I don't care what happens, there's always a middle class, there's always an upper class. And with this coming, you got a choice. We're doing the business of real estate, and one of the reasons that I'm doing that is, people need to start buying land and start building stuff, because I have no crystal ball, but I'm making what I call educated guess that people who have certain things in play are going to be, you can't be chicken and bring home the bacon. That's hilarious. Certain people are going to be grandfathered into certain situations, and their family's going to get legacies from the actions that certain people take. Now, And like I said, I mean, honestly, think this is going to be 10, 15 years. But what you do now is going to set you up for that stuff later. And let's see, we got all kinds of stuff here. I'm just going through the comments because, like I said, we finally got this thing working. Because I had a feeling that YouTube was going to make sure that this was more reliable than it used to be. Let's see. Look at how many people want their stimulus check a number of years ago. I thought that was bullshit. Wall off. There's going to be more Detroits. Detroit isn't the only there's going to be Detroit isn't the only city that had those issues. It's the only one that we know of that failed. Detroit Detroit's a strange place because there are people who are making businesses there, but you still have a lot of blight. I don't know if houses are as cheap as they were because people are literally going to Detroit and with like 5,000 and buying 10 and 15 houses. But that's I don't know if that's still like that. Let's see, Jeremy. Isn't that we already have people, generations of people living in project affordable housing and receiving government assistance? No, you don't understand. Okay, no, 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 no. We're not talking about poor people. Okay, we're gonna have people who will be highly educated, who went to college, who are going to be in this situation. And we're going to have a lot of people because it's going to be this. It's either we give these people money or we have riots. It's going to be like that. Remember Occupy Wall Street? Who were those people sitting on Wall Street? It was students who couldn't find jobs. It was displaced executives. It was people who had 401ks that went belly up. So you're going to have a lot of people who you typically don't identify as a person getting a check, who will be getting checks and living in these houses and these camps. So it's gonna have that kind of assistance. Those kind of people are gonna have a totally different look than what they used to look like. Totally different. Totally different. And let's see. Oh, a bunch of people do that stuff. Some guys talk too much and no damn action. There's a lot of people. Let's see. Let's go back. What does this say? I need to jump here since you're here. I was up 2 nights in a row until 2:30 a.m. listening to your courses. There's so much valuable information in them that I'm seriously impressed. Let's see. Is this a real person? So many people are starting to see the news of places closing, and so shocked. I'm like, where have y'all been in the recession every 7 years? Like they forgot. Okay, all right. Yep, definitely. You're going to have you're going to have so many people who will be in this situation because that's just the traditional ways of making money. They've changed. It's totally different. Like I said, I'm in a group. And this girl. 3 years ago, she was on welfare. Now she got on YouTube, not YouTube. She got on Facebook. She became very, very good with doing stuff on Facebook, and it's kind of amazing how much money she made in the last 4 years. Starting from scratch, I think she's got like 4 kids, and she's done something really remarkable. And it's pretty interesting what you can do if you put your mind to it and you're just not afraid to put yourself out there. So that's definitely a thing. We got escape conformity. I like that. All right. Let's talk about YouTube channels real quickly. YouTube is still such a wide open opportunity, and I know people like everybody's on YouTube. We're going through YouTube 2. The first YouTube where all of the people who was like, hey, I'm in my bedroom and I'm a kid making all this money. A lot of those folks are losing traction or they're giving up on their channels because they've aged out of their demographic. You can only do prank channels and funny things for so long unless you elevate that craft. And it gets to be very interesting how many people are leaving YouTube because it doesn't work. It's not as easy as it used to be. You got to have a plan. You got to have a theme, like what I'm talking about with some of the things that I'm doing. Because actually, hold on a second. No, I won't be able to do that because I might actually jack something up. And it gets to be really, really, it's going to be the best of times and the worst of times, right? There's going to be people who will be struggling more than they're struggling now, and there will be people who will be balling out. And we're going to have trillionaires. We're going to have, you already got billionaires. We're going to have trillionaires. And that's what I'm saying. You got to get online and start leveraging it. And we were having a conversation about Gary Vee, a friend of mine, because Gary is an emotional genius. But many people miss the fact, and then my friend pointed this out, that Gary is selling his hustle as hard as these people who are selling the beach, the laptop lifestyle, all of that stuff. He's selling it just as hard. He's selling something similar. And for most people, it's just not plausible, but no one ever says anything about it because he's Gary Vee. And it gets to be really, really funny. Let's see, I'm having a serious conversation here. What's the plan for baby boomers who've been caregivers to parents who are now in need of care themselves? Um, that's a good question because one of the things that I don't bring up and I stop talking about because it scares the shit out of people is we're going to have a bunch of people who we have no purpose for in society. I'm not going to say they're useless or something like that. It's just there will be no jobs for these people. There will be nothing for them to do. And I think out of sheer force, there will be some kind of program where you'll work for the government, you'll get your check, park clean. I mean, it's coming. It's coming because there's just such a huge number of people in there. But this is all part of the new thing that I'm building because one of the things, and I'll just be unvarnished here, that really disappointed me was there's so many people who want to start a business, but when you start detailing and breaking down the process, then I've heard things like, I don't want to do that, but you broke. Then I hear stuff like, well, I want to follow my passion because this is one of the things that I will tell you with a YouTube channel, I will tell you with a blog, I will tell you with vlogs, I will tell you a lot of the stuff. Your topic or your niche is going to be 50 to 80% of your success. And there's many people out here because I'm having a conversation with someone about a situation where there's a bunch of people who have bought into a dream that's not going to happen. And I don't know how this is going to go because it's like when you have a conference for doctors, because this is a great example, and everyone in that conference room is a doctor, say there's 300, 400, 500 attendees, and everyone's a physician, and they're talking doctor stuff, right? You've got people who are selling to not even medical students, but regular folks, doctor type stuff without the support system to help them make money with that. And it gets to be crazy. It's just it's amazing how this is going down because I'm talking to some of these people and they don't know how much stuff they really have to do to be successful online. And that's just one of the things we're going to talk about in the group because some of the stuff that I would put up would be how to use social media properly. Give you an example. Like, first 6 months of this year, a lot of testing, doing all kinds of stuff, right? If you've been following me, you know that I don't have any more Facebook pages. I think, and this is my opinion, unless you are putting money behind your Facebook page or you have a YouTube channel, a podcast, or something to drive traffic to that to that page, it's going to be very hard for you to get action on your fan page. Also, even if you pay, you will have to continue to pay to get people to like your page and to see stuff. And that's just, it is to me, and this has just been my experience. And understand, this is the experience of someone who spent no money on their Facebook assets. They didn't really perform well. Now I know people out there who are going to, who are spending $1,000 a day. I know people who are spending $5,000 a day, and they're getting great returns for their money because not that many people can spend like they can spend. So they're getting what they want. That's not always good. That's going to change too. And it's funny. Let's see what we got over here. Hustler life skills would be a good. No, 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 no. You came in late. I cannot use hustler in anything because it's a problem for a lot of people. And that's why the group with no name, seriously, that's serious stuff. That's the name of the group with no name. We're going to have a code of silence where a lot of shit's going to go down in the group. I'm going to actually talk about some stuff that I've never talked about before. I'm going to give you some serious hustling tips, things that I do in my personal life that I've never did a course on. I'll talk about in the group, and there will be a lot of workshops and classes, something that doesn't dictate creating a course, maybe an hour. Let's see. I have an FB campaign going on, and it's brutal. Escape conformity. What do you mean it's brutal? Are you getting any results? EC. I don't know. Hi, everyone. What do you mean that? Why do you pay you? All right, let's just clear some up because I've had some folks, and this is what I noticed, and this is why I made a change with Hustlers Kung Fu. I was putting course after course. There's shit in there that will help you in every area of your life. No bullshit, no over exaggeration. But this is the rub. You actually have to go through the courses. You have to actually take action and do stuff. Now, the people who take action, I get referrals. There are many people, and we'll talk about learning modalities. There are some people who need a proctor. Some people need a teacher. Some people need slides, all that other stuff. And there's no way that I can do that type of stuff as just a small, there's only a few of us here in the company, and just do that for one payment. The group is going to be a monthly membership because there's going to be a ton of stuff going down every month. I mean, a ton of stuff. And, it's the restaurant model. You go to your favorite restaurant every day. You can have the same thing every day. And every time you go in that restaurant and eat, you're paying. And part of that is, going back to my original point, I had people just getting the courses and waiting for something new, and they were not taking the courses. They were not going through the courses. And I'm done with that model. It just doesn't work. I mean, you can give people literally tools that will help them be successful for free, and the average person will not take advantage of that. Let's see what we got over here. FB ads work if you've got the money and the know-how. So if you need to reach anyone over 35, then running targeted ads on Instagram is best. Like I said, I don't do Facebook ads. I know a lot of people who do, and I know someone who recently lost their ass on them, who supposedly knows what he's doing. At some point I'll probably do them. But all right, let's just talk about, there's a lot of things going on with Facebook ads. Why don't I use Facebook ads? Because I've got what I call a traffic generation device in YouTube. And this is something that anyone can build and anyone can put together. Because see, this is the thing. And I'm gonna give you a great example. I put up this video a few weeks ago. I don't know, maybe last Friday, I forget. And I was just thinking about deleting the reseller content because this channel. Now, I haven't done any reseller stuff in 4 years, maybe. But those videos are 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, right? It's 2016, right? I am still getting traffic from those videos I did years ago. That's one of the reasons I'm thinking about taking them down, because I don't do that stuff anymore. And I'm going to tell you some stuff that I learned recently, because reselling is so broad now. There is OfferUp, there's Facebook groups, there's stuff that did not exist when I was a reseller. And I made a decision. I was moving out of the genre because I didn't want to go start doing Facebook groups. I didn't want to start buying storage unit auctions again. I didn't want to do that. And I have people, and I want you to get this lesson here. The content was so good and so strong that it is years old and I'm still getting leads. You got to really think about that. That is the power. A lot of people are missing this because, one, the reality is doing a YouTube channel takes time and effort. You will not get immediate gratification. But what I'm hearing and what I've seen is you don't get immediate gratification from Facebook ads either. So that's something else. But I know a lot of people love them, and it gets to be crazy. Love from Sweden. That's cool. I don't know. What time is it in Sweden? Let's see. We're going to talk about more in book. FBA ads are great for targeting adults. It is really matured. You want to know why Facebook ads are great for targeting adults? Because the fucking kids have left the site. Do this. Don't take my word for it. Everybody that you know that's 30 and under, go to them and it's like, hey, I got a question for you. How often are you on Facebook and do you use it? And do that to 10 people you know under 30 and you'll understand why Facebook ads are so great for targeting adults. Let's see. And that's the thing. Once you have your own traffic generator working, no need to keep adding other technology, just work the system. I'm telling you, if you become really good on Instagram or a podcast, a really good podcast, you can get traffic for years. And this is the thing. A lot of people don't get that. I just saw a company cutting 15,000 employees. It's going to be brutal. Damn, so true. I left FBA because all my aunts come in all kinds of pics. Yeah, it's kind of, it could get real interesting when you're trying to seduce or romance somebody and your mama's looking at your page. Those old videos changed my life. That's interesting. That's really interesting. So on that, what I'm gonna do is, like I said, I'm reformatting the channel, and this is, like I said, I'm finding all this stuff, and this is what prompted me to do the group. Is if you learn how to get your own traffic generating device, whether that is a podcast, a YouTube channel, your own website, or something where you get a lot of traffic, you build a list independent of Google and Facebook and other things, you have literally can print money for the rest of your life. And, it just takes time for that to be built. But a lot of folks are not really paying attention to that. But, how to build a vibrant online community. First, you got to have structure. Second, you have to have a purpose, because the group with no name, the purpose is to dramatically increase your income. That's the core. So everything we do is going to be wrapped around that. And how do I know to increase your income? Sales, marketing. We're going to talk about that. Oh, there'll be more of those AM PM hustle videos. There will be more of these live things because the goal is there's going to be new videos. Like I said, at least 5 days a week. There's going to be videos 5 days a week, and there's going to be more of little things like this. At least once a week, I'm going to do this and talk about something because advertising, and I know a lot of copywriters. Advertising doesn't work the way that it used to. So all right, you're gonna have to build communities to make money in the future. That's just the reality. And a lot of people don't want to accept that because it's hard. And that's going to be one of the things because, like, you join the group, and I should say the group is a paid group. I'm no longer doing any of these free groups. I'm going to teach you how to build a community. So if you join for no other reason than that would be valuable. So what we got here? So Bob, congratulations. I went from working 60 hours a week to working for myself full time. Oh man, you definitely gonna lose some friends. You making people evaluate who they are. Oh, by the way, you're right about Udemy. Recently changed the price structure again. My friend with 2,000K students is worried about his rev now. The platforms just can wake up and change their mind. I made a comment in the Udemy group about that because I left Udemy because it was even before they started dicking around with the price because I didn't like. And once again, this isn't a bash. Udemy can do whatever they want. It's their platform. They built it. It's an amazing feat, but it didn't work for me. And I'm so glad I left because this is what's going to happen with this change. Okay, first they went to Udemy, and this is my big problem with Udemy. Udemy has indoctrinated the vast majority of their members to buy when shit's on sale. Like everyone that's got a course there and it advertises, will probably do good Black Friday. It's something they've been doing for years, but that's just really crazy. If you're looking, if this is your side income or part-time income, it's not a problem. But if you're doing that full-time, that's bananas. That's insane. That is insane. So people say you're posting too much business and police stuff. Growth makes people uncomfortable. People want to be entertained. They don't want to. They don't want to have to work and have to think. And just for some of you, let's see. Do I have it here? I've got another Facebook page. And this is something else. If you want to make money on Facebook and you don't want to play the game, like you play the game, or you can do something a little different and still make money. And just put that in there. I got a new Facebook friend, a new Facebook page. It's a personal page. It's wide open. I'm friending everybody, and I'm about to have a lot of fun in there because that's going to be where all the action happens. So I just threw that in there. How to get consistent traffic? You build a traffic generation device with evergreen content. So you didn't expect that, you didn't expect that answer. I sent my friend your video and he does a ton of Amazon FBA. He let me know that he's already shifting his profit to buying rental property. All right, I've talked to a lot of Amazon people and they won't say it publicly, but a lot of them are scared shitless. Um, if that's your only source of income, and because the thing is, Amazon, and I'm going to talk about what's about to happen with Amazon. If you didn't know, Walmart just bought Jet. Now, what's so special about Jet? Jet was the founder of Jet was also the founder of diapers.com, which sold out to Amazon. And the guy wrote about it like he wasn't happy. And you can research it. Just Google diapers.com, sell to Amazon. And this guy created Jet. Now, he sold Jet to Walmart. Walmart bought Jet to get the technology because Walmart needs help with selling stuff online because Amazon has such a big lead. But see, this is the thing. And people have been like, Walmart is the number one company in the world by revenue. Amazon in revenue is 455. If this was the final four and this was a bracket, how many people would be betting on Team 64? They would be like Team 80, no, like Team 420, something like that. And this is my prediction that Amazon, because they're run by smart people, there's going to be a war. Amazon and Walmart are going to be duking it out. Now, Walmart owns factories. So how are they going to duke it out? They're going to duke it out on all that cheap shit. And it's going to be a devastating period for everyone that has built the Amazon FBA business on cheap shit and stuff that anyone can get, and they just kind of slap their name on it, and there's nothing unique or special about it. Because right now they're killing it. They got good, there's a way to game the system, give like 1,000 pieces away to get good reviews, move your, that shit's going to be bananas for a lot of people. It's going to be bananas. So it gets to be really, really interesting how this stuff's going to shake out. But if you're on Amazon FBA, you probably got a few years before this gets to critical mass. I mean, this is not going to be overnight. But when it happens, you would feel it. And it would be like someone turned a switch. Because Walmart, this is the thing you got to understand. Amazon is technologically a better company. That they got that there's no dispute on that. Now, what beats a technological company? A smarter technological company. Walmart has went ahead and said, we don't know how to deal with Amazon, so we're going to acquire the technology. That's when the game changed. So what's the second best way to make money online besides what you do? Sell some. Seriously, sell some. What's your next question? Because see, everybody's trying to, and I'm going to tell you what that question's rooted in. I don't want to lose. That question's rooted in I don't want to lose. I want something that I can win. I want something easy. And I'm about to tell you, easy disappeared 2009, 2010, 2012. For those of you who remember and care, when you had a YouTube channel, 2009, you might have 500 subscribers. You put up a video, you get 1,500 views, like in a day. Why? There were less people with YouTube channels. Also, there was no Snapchat. There was no Instagram. Twitter. No, there was no Twitter. Twitter was just coming on. So you have to understand, when you're doing stuff online, your competition isn't just the people who are in your category. Your competition is everything that's online that sucks up attention. So you got to be able to get attention to sell to people, because you can't sell to someone if you don't have their attention. Nope, no thoughts on affiliate programs. I'm going to stay in my lane. I don't do affiliate stuff. I don't know anything about it. I know there's some people who make amazing money from it, but what I'm going to be doing is how to build your own stuff and make money. That's what I've done. That's what I know how to do. And it's, like I said, there's only going to be one group, because one of the things that I looked at, there will be different levels, but it gets to be really interesting how technology is going to hurt so many people, and it's also going to make so many people rich. And if you become an architect of the internet, someone who helps build the internet, putting out content, product, because that's the thing. There will never not be a period where there will not be a need for people to create content for online. As much as there is now, there's going to be so much more. I think building ecosystems is the way forward. Finding and own your niche and offer your audience everything they would need in that niche. Pretty much, because I don't expect, the group with no name to get to like 100,000 members. I don't even want that. What I do expect is pretty much what you just said about building niches and serving your crowd, because I want a group of people who are serious about their success, because you can do so much right now. It's crazy. What you said in an earlier video about college students having to suck it up and put ego to the side to put money in their pockets woke me up. Hard pill, but I needed it. Thank you. Oh no, you ain't seen nothing yet. It's gonna get worse unless you have some really specialized skill that needs a degree. It's gonna be devastating. Um, I did a video. It's up. Highly educated and lowly paid. That is a norm. That's a norm. People don't even question it anymore. Yeah, I went to college. I'm going back to get my master's because I'm only making $10 an hour. People are not even questioning why it's like that. The surest path for you, and it's not an easy path, but it's to build your own business. And for those of you who are not opposed to moving, if you go ahead and get you some, like say you start Amazon FBA, because like I said, Amazon FBA can make you money. I'm not saying it doesn't work. It does work. What I'm saying is it's not going to last. So get in there, make your money, and convert that to something else. Let's see. I'm working. Oh man, you got your stuff in Paris on Ponce. That's an interesting store. It's been there forever. Pretty interesting. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. All right, so that's kind of it. Like I said, there'll be these random chats here at least once a week. Sometimes it might happen 5 times a week. I don't know, but I knew that I had put time to do this, and then tomorrow, and like I said, I did something real different this time because I'm going to do something super super special. And let's see. Let me put this here. Tomorrow it goes down 8 p.m. How to dramatically improve your income. Now, it will not be anything I've ever said on YouTube, and it will not be what you think it is. So, I'm just saying. I'm putting that link there for folks who are going to be proactive and get in there. It's $25. And the first lesson is going to blow your mind. Let's see. About to test open cart shopping cart software and add it pay through Amazon. Their ads push the idea that because Amazon is trusted and their payment system convert more customers. What do you think? I think that's plausible. See, this is the thing. Anyone here heard of Sam's Cart? Sam's Cart, let's see. They are specialized in increasing conversion and making more sales. Now, see, the thing is, and the technology is great. And I'm quite sure open cart is great. But your offer is going to dictate your success more than anything else. So that's some stuff. But hey, for those of you, because I'm gonna probably send it out to the list later, but be sure, because like I said, tomorrow 8 p.m. it goes down. This is going to be, for those of you who come late, this is, what is the day? August 17th, 2016. This is being recorded. So if you don't put that stuff in the comments, because I'm going to leave this up. But essentially, it's going to be a model. And it's going to be a scientific model, yes. And some other stuff that I've been working on for the last 6 months. But essentially, it's going to move you from where you are to where you want to be in a different manner. Because I've looked at, giving people the tactics, right? People are just like, hey, tell me what to do, how to make money. And like, I'll tell you right now how to go tonight. Get off of this hangout or this live event. Go on Craigslist right now and spend 2 hours looking for shit you can sell. And then tomorrow night, do it again. And the next night, do it again. And the next night, do it again. Within 30 days, you'll be making money. If that's all you did. Now, see, now the thing is, people don't want to do it. But this is going to be totally different. Oh, what's up, Thrifty Chef? You know, it's funny, since I started reformatting this channel, I have seen people I have not seen in years. It's pretty interesting. Really, really, really interesting. Because I saw people come in. I had like Pretty Steve popped out of nowhere. You know, he's been around since like 2009. So the reformatting in the channel is definitely. What is Slab City? I thought a slab was a car. That's funny. Craigslist is hard if you live in a town with only 2,000 people. Well, see, once again, there's 2,000 people and someone has some money, but there's some other things. It's, let's say you live in a small town and you want to make money. You got to move, because that's something else that we're going to talk about a lot in the group. Is but many people want success on their terms, which is being comfortable, and it's just not going to happen. It's just definitely not going to happen. All right, so with that, I'm going to part. Be sure, let's put that in there one more again. I think it's already saved. Be sure to get how to dramatically increase your income. It goes down tomorrow night, and it is a system and it's a model for you to make more money. And it's, like I said, it's going to be very, very different. It's going to be extremely different than anything I've done before. All right, so everyone that came out, thanks for coming out, and have a great evening.